every stage.
This beautiful house and estate, overlooking the largest of Killarney's 3 lakes, belongs to Maurice O'Connell, a direct descendant of Daniel O'Connell's brother James. Maurice invited me here to taste a new whisky that he has just launched. Maurice, sitting in this room, surrounded by these portraits, you get a real sense of history here.
You do. I grew up with this, and to be honest, it didn't really make much difference to me when I was very young. But as you get older, you reconnect with your history. And it's been really fascinating for me to learn more about my family and their connections with the booze business.
And now you have your own whisky here, so tell me about that.
Well, the Liberator is named for my most famous forebear, Daniel O'Connell. And it's a sourced whisky. So basically what we're doing is we commission whiskies from about 6 different distilleries in Ireland. And we're building up a library of tastes and flavours to blend new whiskies from. And that's what this whisky is. This is a malt whisky, a vatted malt whisky. So it's 2 single malts blended together and finished in really fresh tawny port casks.
So Maurice, when you say fresh barrels, what exactly do you mean?
Well, we refilled these with our whisky within 3 weeks of them being emptied in Portugal. And that's really unusual. It means the barrels are wet. Often if you're buying them from a wholesaler, they can be sitting around outside in the heat for 6 or 9 months, by which time they've dried out. So that freshness gives a really strong hit to the whisky and gives it that really strong flavour.
So the still have the flavour of the tawny port?
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking here, the single estate.
Yeah, this is my new baby. This is from barley that was grown here in 2018, and it's been distilled for us and returned here to be matured in our bonded storehouse, which you've seen. And yeah, this is very special. It's very rare to have a whisky that is made from barley in the same place that it's matured. And for us, that was really important because it connects us with the land. This is an agricultural product, and this is really the spirit of this land that we've been on for 900 years. So we're really proud of it. This is matured in red wine, French Premier Cru red wine barrels from Bordeaux. And yeah, very special barrels, and they've given this really fantastic colour and fantastic flavour as well. I've been saying this for years, but the proof is actually in the tasting.
Well, let's taste.
Let's do that.
So, smell.
Sláinte.
Sláinte. Okay. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Smooth, isn't it? Lovely.
Yeah, the smooth is really, really interesting because this is a 3.5-year-old whisky. This should really be rough. What makes it special is that we have the Gulf Stream breaking over these mountains and the lakes and makes this land very wet and gives us really changeable weather conditions. And each of those changes in weather is a change in pressure. So as the pressure increases, it pushes the whisky into the wood, and as it contracts again, it comes out of the wood. And that interaction, that going in and out, softens the whisky over time. That's what whisky maturation is. But because we have this really changeable weather, it happens more frequently here. So our whisky is maturing much more quickly here than it is anywhere else.
So the weather is a big bonus here.
Yeah, it is. Who'd have thought it? Yeah, just 4 seasons in an hour, we say in Killarney, and the proof is actually in this liquid you're tasting.
It's beautiful. Now, what's the next one we're going to taste?
We've got the Liberator, which is our malt whisky and tawny port finish. So let me give you a bit of this.
And they're all different colours, which is so interesting.
Yeah.
And that's coming from the wood, is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. And they're dual tones, really.
Okay.
They're beautiful.
There's a really kind of a Christmassy nose on this.
It is, isn't it? And fig rolls.
Fig rolls.
I always get. Well, this will be a blend of 2 different whiskies.
Okay.
So the whiskies there are about between 5, 6, and 14 years old. And they've been finished in these tawny port casks for around 9 to 12 months. And that's what gives you the real change to the flavour.
And as you said, it's a really fresh tawny cask. 3 weeks after it's been emptied out, it comes over here and you fill it, and that really enhances the flavour and the colour.
Yeah.
Maurice, thank you so much. It's been lovely to meet you and taste your gorgeous whiskies, and I wish you a very Merry Christmas.
And to you.